Mahalo for tuning in to Island Focus and joining me in meeting Dr. Andrew Rossiter, who is the director of the Waikīkī Aquarium. What a fabulous place you have for us today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming here.
Yes, thank you for your time. And just give us a little background on who you are and why this place is so special to you.
I'm originally from Wales in the United Kingdom. Got my PhD in freshwater ecology. 3 days after getting my PhD, I was off to Japan for ostensibly a 2-year stay, again studying freshwater biology. I ended up staying 20 years with a 3-year interim in Canada, running a project on lake sturgeon conservation. I got an associate professorship, and then 14 years ago, I got this position as director of the Waikīkī Aquarium.
Well, aren't we blessed that you have longevity in your bloodline, you know?
This place actually has longevity too. It's the second oldest aquarium in the United States.
Really?
It's 114 years old.
And so what has given it that lifeline and that specialness, especially to you?
For me, when I came here actually for the interview, I was really impressed by the quality of the exhibits, but most of all, the potential that this place has. It's in an island state in the middle of the Pacific. What is there not to have potential about? And the fact that we highlight the fishes and marine life of Hawaii and the South Pacific is another big plus for me. And thirdly, we're part of the University of Hawaii, and going forward, well, even now, we're starting to focus on research, conservation, and education, which I think a public aquarium in this day and age has to do.
Well, I remember growing up in this area and also visiting the aquarium, and you know, I'm always surprised when many of our children are not familiar with the ocean environment.
Yeah, it's both shocking and sad to me that sometimes we get school groups of kids here, and we've got a touch pool where they're allowed to handle hermit crabs and
cool.
other things like that. And some of the kids from Hawaii, it's the first time they've ever done that. They've never been down to the beach exploring rock pools with friends or parents or relatives, whatever. And you know, in Hawaii, you're never more than 20 miles from the ocean, so that's kind of sad.
Well, and growing up in Wales, it's a very different environment.
Yeah, cold and wet.
But somehow, I think it was your father that triggered that interest in you.
Yeah, it was my grandfather actually. When I was a kid, about 5 or 6, we used to have Sunday lunches at my grandparents' place, which was just across the street. So I should backtrack and say we lived about 150 yards from the sea, the cold, grey Irish Sea. But every Sunday we'd have chicken or beef or whatever, and my grandfather would always cut a little piece off and put it at the side of his plate. And then when everybody had finished eating, he and I would go with a little piece of meat and toothpicks, walk along the shore to tide pools, and we'd feed the gobies, the fish, the sea anemones and such like. And I can remember that as if it were yesterday.
I've come to the aquarium on different events as well, and I think that there are a lot of volunteers that are here too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we've got about 300 volunteers. Some of them have been here over 25 years. So I think that speaks to A, their commitment to the place, and B, the opportunities that we provide. The aquarium probably couldn't survive without the input of volunteers. They are that integral to what the aquarium does. And secondly, all us aquarium folks, we're behind the scenes doing all the mucky stuff. The volunteers are out here interacting with the public, so they're the face of the aquarium.
Well, actually, it's pretty fun to be out here.
I think so, yeah. What is there not to like about this?
They can tune into your website, I'm sure, and find out.
Absolutely, yeah. Check on the website. There's ample opportunities for volunteers in various capacities.
We've been chatting with Dr. Andy Rossiter, who is the director of the Waikīkī Aquarium. Mahalo for being with us, too.